colleges to cancel graduations after new protests and clashes. This should not even be allowed to happen. These these individuals, these individuals who are doing that, we already did a video about it. They came across the border. They came across the border. They were given cell phones by a group that wanted to track to where they were going. They tracked them. They went straight to the colleges. They're not even documented. They come in here to have their summer of LOVE, which is the exact opposite, which is the summer of hate. They come in here to further destabilize our country, and it really makes me mad looking at it. Something as traditional as that. They bust in here by Mr. Soros and gang to do this. This is terrible. Do you know how many people look forward to seeing their children walk across the college stage or walk across to receive their diploma, and this is what they're doing? Because of the people who the evil people told them to come on over here. Come on over to the United States. We got jobs for you. We got things for you. And a group of certain individuals, whoever you want to call, they said, we're going to track to see where these people walking across the border are coming from, where they're going to. So they gave them cell phones, around 100 some odd cell phones that had trackers on them, so they could track where they were going. First, they made a phone call, and then 90% of them went straight to the colleges. They went straight to the colleges and started their protesting, and they're not even Americans. They're not. They're not even Americans. They're not citizens. They come on over. Oh, look at this thing trying to do this for me. I mean, this is trying to mess me up. No, this is not right. That is not right. It's totally, totally wrong what they're doing. Remember, nothing happens by accident in politics. Not one single thing. Good morning. Good morning. I woke up really early. I sat down here and I had a cup of coffee. Then I said, I'm going to go back upstairs and I'm going to take a nap. And then I just woke up and I come back down here and I thought, I'm going to look over. Here's where I don't really look at the news. But if I want to see what's going on in the world, which I haven't done in like 2 weeks, I hit this button right here. So I went over there, and that's the first thing I seen. More colleges are canceling graduations after the protests and clashes. This is wrong. It's so, so wrong. I don't even want to click into that. And I know it's probably, if it's on USA, oh, it's on Today. It's on the Today Show. They want to instill fear. FEAR, and they want to promise fear. We want to promise you that we are going to interrupt your lifestyle. No matter what walk of life you come from, we're going to interrupt and bring in chaos into your country because we can. Because we can. And obviously, you see right there, they can. They can come in and they can do this. You know what they should have done? They should have locked them all up. Lock them up. Gina, that's a little harsh. I'm sorry. When your actions start interfering with our way of life and stuff like that, and you have come into this country to cause stuff like this, deliberately, and you had trackers on your cell phone and they traced you where you went to? Absolutely. Are you going to hear that in the main news? No, you're not. You're not going to hear it. You are not going to hear it. May's the month where they graduate. If you got a child in college and, they're around that area, I'm sure they're kind of pretty disappointed. But you know what? They will have to cancel it, because if they don't cancel it, you know what these things have also said they're going to do? A JIHAD. This is the grapevine. They were going to do that. They're going to start doing that. And they're going to be, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I better keep my mouth shut. Keep my mouth shut. That's what some of them said they were going to do. There was a lot of people that were sleeping, you know. They got a surprise attacks. People were sleeping, and they got the time to wake up. The cells in their body were sleeping. Okay, sleeper, and they had some sleeping cells. They woke up. They're already in the country, and they could even be American citizens, and naturalized citizens, or a documented, whatever, undocumented. If they're here, they came, and these right here, they came to create havoc and create turmoil and to instill fear. And they come to have a summer of LOVE, which is not love. It's a summer of hate and fear and violence and all of that kind of stuff. That's what they came to do, all of it. Some of these people are too old. That's exactly right, Angela, honey, because they came across. They can get people from anywhere. You pay somebody enough money and you promise them something, oh, they're going to get out and do it, especially if they ain't got no morals, especially if they don't like this country that we live in. If you don't like our country, then get out of the country. Get out. You don't got no business being here. If you don't like the United States of America, then get out. Get out. Really. There are people who do come over here. That's why America's, you remember Schoolhouse Rock, Great American Melting Pot, Great American Melting Pot, because people come from all over the world. You have it through your family line. They come from overseas and all of that kind of stuff, and they come to like build, make a better life for themselves. They do. They come over to make a better life for themselves, and they do it the right way. They come over, they get a good education. They become part of your communities. They become part of the fabric of the United States of America. And they don't come over here to pull the hem out of the fabric, to pull the string, the thread out of the fabric. No. I can say that the majority of the people who immigrated over here, they came for a better life. But now, look at the day and age we're living in. These things, well, I don't even know. That's not nice of you. Well, to me, that's a thing. They come over here to do a certain thing. They didn't come over here to get a better life. They come over here to cause a worse life because they don't like us. They don't like us at all. What am I got going on here? They got an Android phone. I'm supposed to be coming over here and doing this. I don't like to look at the news. I don't. I'm just going to tell you. They come over here, so they perfect timing to cancel our college graduations for our children. Absolute perfect perfect time. Hello there, Frank, honey. Hello. No, this is I'm not going to do it, but they had to cancel colleges. I guess I'll click it. I don't really like to read the news because it gets me. No, see, look at them. No, they have to get them. They want to come over here and cause trouble, and you have to bring out the riot police because these people who coming over here are causing trouble. You have to bring out the riot police. See, that is wrong. That is so wrong. Why they got to do that? Because somebody paid them to do it. Come on over. We got it. We going to give you some money, maybe a debit card. We're going to give you a place to stay. We're going to give you some clothes. We're going to give you a cell phone. Well, see, that's why they did the thing. This group of individuals said we're going to give them cell phones because they're going to be expecting cell phones as they come across the border so we can track them. They tracked them and they went to the college campuses. 240 arrests. See there, they look, see now this what they're going to do, causing trouble. See now this should not be allowed. That's in Massachusetts. No. See, this is to create fear, instill fear. Northeastern University. Look at that. They want to come over here and instill fear in the people. They want to ruin their momentous moment of their life. One of the milestones of a child's life and a parent's life is see their child receive their diploma. And they want to send the people over here. Obviously, this was not someone who wanted to bring peace. No, this is someone who wanted to bring war. WAR. That individual, they paid for it. Does the mayor like it? What is the mayor saying? They got the protests in Chicago. Do they like the protests that's happening in Chicago? The Chicago, they are committed to protecting the First Amendment. But what if they don't live here? What is the First Amendment? Gina, you live in here. I want you to tell me what it is. They're protecting to protect your First Amendment. No, this is not right. They have been, some of these people, they have instigators. They are professional protesters. Professional. They've been told what to do. They probably brought them in by the bus loads also. They do it. They got it carefully planned out. Let's destroy America from within, and let's bring in people to help further facilitate the destruction of America as we know it. Let's break it down to its foundation, because we're going to build a new foundation. And I'm going to go out on a branch and say it's probably not the only country this is happening to, where they bust the people in to literally tear down the foundations of the world so they can build new foundations in this world. They got to build, you got to tear down what's already built in order for you to establish a new building. In order to build, you got to tear this down to the foundation so they can rebuild. This is, no, where am I at? I'm supposed to, how did I even get into that page? I didn't want to go on that page. The outrage is growing. Well, this is, why can't they just show, they had confrontations and stuff like that? No, this is not right. This, I don't even know what that is on here. Let me get this off of here. Yo, this is awful. I'm trying to get off this page. These people have been paid to do this. No, that you don't have the right. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't support it. I don't support you going to the colleges and doing that. I don't support it. I'm not for it. And I'm not for your protesting, because all you're thinking of, here's all they're thinking about. All they're thinking about is themselves. They're not thinking about the bulk of the United States of America. They're only concerned about the little bitty handful. I mean, little teeny tiny, a pinch of opinions, just a tad bit of a pinch of opinions, a pinch of wants. That's all it is. It's a me mentality. They don't care about the majority of the people. They do not. They come over here and they gather around like-minded individuals, which is literally a pinch, because they do not represent the majority of citizens in this country. They do not represent. They represent a pinch of the citizens and non-citizens, a pinch of it. Do you think someone who has come over here and made their life better likes that type of activity happening? No, because it makes them look bad too. It makes them look bad. Those who work hard for what they got. To see people come out there destroying it? Oh no, it's like a slap in the face for the people who do it the right way. No, this is a pinch. They're doing it to cause havoc. And they don't speak for me, and I'm sure they don't speak for the majority of the people at all. They don't. That's what I'm saying. They do not speak for them. And it's wrong what's being done. It's totally, totally wrong. Yes. Your parents cringe. Let me get up off of this chair right here. Let me do it. Let me get my drink. Let me get my coffee. No, this is, I don't like to watch it. I don't like to look at the news because of stuff like that. But then you got to be aware of what's going on. And that's all I needed to see. You can feel the energy, and you can sense what it's causing people. Am I going to let that run my day? No, I'm not. I'm not going to let it run my day. As far as I'm concerned, they're not making good use of their time on earth. They're not doing good. They're not speaking good. They're not speaking out of love. It's not coming from a position of love. When you have to get out there and you show no respect. You show no respect for all the other people, because you want to get out there and you want to open your mouth and you want to spread your hatred. You want to, I don't know what Lord only knows what they're doing, what they've been told to do. They probably got paid big bucks. They probably got paid a lot of money. probably $1,500 a week. They probably get $500 a day to go out there and do that kind of stuff. They had to make it worth it. They had to have some promises and stuff. No, you literally, they paid actors. I remember that, crisis actors from a long, long time. I remember seeing about that. They were hiring for crisis actors. Yeah. And who could you imagine your child going out there, or somebody you know in your family going out there, and they become doing like that, and you ain't for that, and you see someone that you know is out there doing that? No, that's not right. That's not right. Whew, something. My nose is tickling. Maybe I ran into a spider web. That I did. I ran into a spider web. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Oh my gosh. Now I'm a little mellow. I am mellow. Is what I am. I'm mellow. Well, here's what it makes the front page news. Let's look at that. Let's look at it from a constructive, let's give it some constructive criticism. Yeah, you can put the news out there about what's happening for the colleges. And you can put it right there in the front. You can do it. Obviously, they're being allowed to come out there, and you have to pull out the police to keep them away. You have to blow the tear gas or whatever that is, that smoky stuff is. Okay, they got a right to be out there. Someone has given them the right. There comes a time when you got to draw a line, what's right and what's wrong. I mean, you got to use your common sense. It should be wrong to go to college graduations, colleges, and protest. It should be wrong. It should. That's my own personal opinion. I would draw a line. And when you get in the middle of the road and highways and you block traffic, that should be against the law too. It really should when people do it. But then you say, well, then if it's wrong for one, then it's wrong for the other, because the truckers did it too. They blocked the traffic. See, there's the flip side of it. They're playing people against each other. They're taking what you are granted and they're using it against you, is what they're doing. They're very skilled. They're very careful. They're using it against us. It's the double-edged sword is what it is. It's being used against us. Would they be allowed? If you are someone who walks over the border of another country, first of all, they ain't going to let you come over there like that. You think that country's going to allow you to come into that country and create instability? Oh, no, it's not going to like it, but they all do it. They sneak people into countries. They don't sneak them. They just walk right over the border. They ship them to create that. And they use your own rights against you. Oh, we got a right to do this. If we want to go bust out windows and stuff like that, we got a right. We're just expressing how we feel. Nobody's getting hurt. We're just damaging property. We can get out there and scream and holler and use profanity and stuff. We can say anything we want with our mouth. Well, your mouth has the power of life and death in it. Has the power of life and death. See, they use that against you too. You can speak life with your mouth, or you can speak death. You can speak healing with your mouth, or you can speak violence. You can do it. They use it against us. They play us. We're being played by the evil that's on the earth. There is evil. It's drenched in evil. The evil is salivating at its mouth. I mean, it sounds kind of yucky. The evil out there, the evil spirit is salivating, or whatever you want to call it, salivatating at the mouth. It's foaming at the mouth. It wants to speed things up. Speed up the destruction. Speed up. Let's give them a lot of fear. Let's give them, we're going to have them on their toes. These got surprise attacks. What did we just say earlier this week? Last week, surprise attack coming. We got unconventional. They're going to get you in ways that you wouldn't expect them to. Well, let's take them. Here's where it happens. They go after the children because they know the people. Everybody loves their children. See, they're weak. They're weak cowards. The people who orchestrate this, that's what they are. They're weak cowards. You hit below the belt is what you do. That's what you are. Yeah, I don't like labels. They're cowards. The evil that is orchestrating it is the Soros and stuff like that. They're cowards. They can't bring about change in a healthy way. They cannot bring about change in a healthy way, in a loving way. It always has to be associated with violence. They can't bring about change with peaceful words and stuff like that. No, it always has to result to violence. Something's wrong with the picture when you want change in this world and you have to resort to violence. No, there's something wrong with your mind. It's because your mind's been taken over by the devil, by the evil, is what it is. Violence is not the pathway forward. We're supposed to be living in a world of peace, and we have the violence. I'm trying to flip this screen around, and you know what they did on my other cell phone? I was able to use my other cell phone in there this morning. I was able to use my other cell phone yesterday for my lives because I had the option at the bottom of the phone. And then you know what? I had it plugged in, and I thought, I'm going to use that phone. I'm going to go live is what I'm going to do. No, it took away my option to go live on it again. It would only let me upload a video. It did it to me because they read my thought up there. They saw, I opened up that and I saw that and I said, I'm going to do a video, and it knew. So it turned that option, it took the option totally away. Now I will have to, I don't know what I have to do. So that's why I have the backup phone right here. No, you want change in the world. There's a better way than the violence and war. Okay, there is I promise you, if they would spend as much effort promoting peace and love and harmony as they do violence, we would already have peace. We would already live in peace and harmony with one another because they would already be encouraging stuff like that in the schools and things. They would, and the news would be showing all the loving, kind things on there, like building, helping each other and stuff. No. See, they want to, I'm trying to flip this around. What they want to do is, all they know how to do is, they are of their father, the devil, the evil ones out here who want change in the world. Their other father, the devil, who was a murderer from the beginning, never holding to the truth. And when he speaks his native language. He's the father of lies. The only way they know how to bring about change is through violence and lies. That should tell you where they come from. These George Soros and people like that. They come from their father, the devil. Well, let's call it like that. The personification of evil. They come from the darkness. They can't promote peace because they're too busy being violent. Too busy promoting and encouraging violence and all of that kind of stuff for change. That doesn't even make sense. Does that make sense? If you want peace in this world, if you want peace in your life, let's get more violence. That way we'll force the peace to come. We'll force the change. No, all you do is you just bring about destruction. It's the exact opposite. They don't want peace. They want change on their terms, and they want to bring about the change on their terms with the violence. They don't speak for the majority of the people when they get out there and orchestrate all the violence that's happening all around the world. No, this is a handful of evil people. It is. There's evil people, a handful of them, making the decisions for the entire world, and they're doing it in a very violent way. They're violent. Their mind is always on violence. Okay, it is. It's on violence continually. This is my Gina. This is me. I'm upset. I like to keep my mouth shut. I do at times, but I'm expressing myself. No, I'm just going to call it out. They're evil. You want to go and encourage people to go to college campuses and protest and all this kind of stuff because you want change, and you do it, and you that's what they're doing. Oh, you have a right. You have a right to get out there and do this. And if they want to say horrible, horrible things, they have a right. But you're creating violence. You're creating turmoil. You're not creating peace. You're not like some people where you just sat there and say we just want to talk or whatever. No, you want to come out there and scream and holler and cuss people out and threaten to do even more. You want to get in the middle of college graduations and raise your hands up in the air and do whatever. You should, that person should be locked up. Lock them up. And if you don't like this country, go to another country. Okay, go to another country. I really wish they round up the evil people, even though they say, oh, well, they're in Guantanamo Bay. They all been taken out. Who said they all been taken up? That's all it is hearsay. That's hearsay. They ain't been taken out. They're still doing their same old things that they've been doing. They are of a spirit that is an ancient spirit that has created turmoil on this earth since earth ever was brought into existence. That's its job. Create turmoil on the earth. Really, it is. Well, the turmoil helps you to be a better person and appreciate the things, because we got to do our job too. Absolutely not. We can live in a world where there's peace. You can get your point across without being rude and disrespectful and violent. You can bring about more change through love than you can violence and hatred. You can bring about a lasting change through love. See, that's the problem. That's why there is no peace that lasts. There's no change that lasts, because they do it with the wrong pretense, with the evil intent in their heart. That's why we have never had the peace on the earth like we should. That's why they did it with the wrong intention. The giving of ourselves with pure intentions is the currency in the spiritual realm, and it spills over into this realm. If they truly wanted change, they would do it in a loving way. You wouldn't go out there and start protesting. They're they're hornets. They're hornets. And their master has steered up their nest because they can't think for themselves. They can't think for themselves unless they're hell bent on evil. Then they can think for themselves. You know, what are you rambling about? Is they the George Soroses of the world, the evil puppet masters, they got their strings on all kinds of people, and they're doing their bidding to create turmoil, to bring about change, to bring about so-called peace. It's not. No, sorry. That's the wrong way to do it. And Americans aren't going to stand up for that. Neither are those who come over to this country and want to live a life of peace. They're not going to put up with that kind of stuff. Do you think they want that type of stuff happening in their neighborhoods and everywhere they go outside? No. They ain't going to like it either. Nobody likes that unless you're hell-bent on violence. And that's the type of person you are, because you ain't got no soul in your body. You have no soul on the inside here. Your heart is empty and void, except for the darkness, which is the void within you. No, these George Soroses of the world is like that. They are distractions. Absolutely. They got to create massive distractions through violence. They could have done it in a better way. They could have done it in a much better way, but they chose the path of violence. There's been change happening behind the scenes all the while, but they know that the violence really gets to the people too. They do. Okay, I'm done talking. Gina, are you awake? I'm awake. Okay, I'm not going to look at that stuff no more. That's why I don't look at it, because I don't like the energy, because they tell on themselves. Okay, let's hear the birds. We need a moment of silence, Gina. Okay. Okay. We don't mean 20 seconds, Gina. We mean a full minute of silence. Okay. Oh, thank you, return. I think that was more than a moment. Oh my gosh. No. The good thing is we know what they're up to. The George Soroses of the world. Sorotted. The George Soroses of the world. We know what they're up to. That's fine. We're still going to live our life, and we're not going to live it in fear. They can't take from us what they didn't give to us. They can't. No, we don't. No. I'm going to go. Yeah, it's really nice out. It's a little humid, but it's okay. Uh, Somebody get themselves message deleted by our Apple Brooks. Honey, I am going to go. I am. So it's wrong what's being done. They want change, and they're doing it in the wrong way. They're doing it in a violent way, a disruptive way. There's a way to bring about change, and it's through love. Because if you bring it through love, if you're heart-centered, the change will come about, and everybody will be on board as long as the intentions are there. Get the right people in the right places who's going to encourage peaceful communication and peaceful outcome and all of that. Don't get violent people trying to be out there trying to bring about change and peace, because the violence don't bring about the peace. We need peaceful, well, heart-centered individuals to bring about the peace. We do. Sometimes you got to draw a hard line too. Say, nope, it's not happening. It's not happening. And we're not falling for it. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have another wonderful rest of your day. How about that? Yeah. That's right. You're so very welcome. Let me flip this over, and I'm done for now. Thank you, Apple Brooks, honey. If there's any other moderator on here, thank you and love you. Thank you all for your comments. Don't buy into their tactics, and don't let their whatever get to you, what they're trying to do. Just say, no, we're not falling for it.